So yeah, I do feel different being here. Everything is a change, and it's exciting. It's interesting for me to observe how we feel and observe all of this. Everything is different. Everything feels different being here back in Lithuania after those 9 years and some months. 9 years and maybe 1 month since I left. You know, if you don't remember, if you don't know, I have lived in India and Nepal for like half a year or more. Then I lived in Switzerland for like half a year, visited Germany for some weeks. Then and then it was South America, Argentina almost 1 year, then Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia, Peru, staying most of the time in Peru for the last 8 years or something. So I have walked a long path and I have changed a lot myself during this time. I have lived a lot, I had many hard times, many experiences that I had, many really extreme experiences, many times when I, close to dying, as always in my stories. Uh, and lots of change, lots of inner change, lots of inner transformation I have underlived, making me see things more different, making me mature a lot, and I knew that to come back home, to come back here to Lithuania will be a big thing to me, It will show me how much I have changed during this almost 10 years, because when you come back to the same place or the same environment that you lived in, you understand, there you see how much, you have changed. And also how much had changed the people here, Lithuania and such. So it's not a small experience for me, it's not a small thing, it is a big thing. And as I said, I'm having like different emotions and memories coming back, and it's really weird and even shocking to see. For example, my youngest brother, Vilius, his name, when I left him, he was a kid, he was going to school, I don't know how old he was. And now, and this is how I always remembered him. And now when I saw him, I was like taken aback. He's taller than me, he's bigger than me, he's this big guy, He just came from the military service like half a year ago, and his voice is different. Everything is different. I'm with a different man. I left a boy, now I see a man, and I say, wait, when did this happen? you know See people different, everybody had aged, you know when you live with people, maybe you don't see them age, you don't see them change, the same as you don't see yourself change, really, because you see yourself every day, you see those people around you every day, day by day, so you don't really see how they change, because that change is gradual. But when you don't see somebody for 10 years or 9 years and then you see the person again, there you definitely see the change, and you can see it real clearly, So I see a lot of change in people. I see change in the very Lithuania. Everything is more modern, looks like, and lots of feelings, like I say, that for example, it was a strong experience when I landed in Lithuania, in Vilnius, in the capital of Lithuania, and I left the plane and I was breathing Lithuanian air, and I inhaled, and the air was so different than what I have breathed during those 9 years. so different, and at the same time it was so familiar because this is what I breathed, all of my life before that. Instantly just wow, it just brought me to this feeling of home, this familiar feeling, and it felt so good to inhale, and I don't know, it feels like this is the best air of the whole world. Everywhere I have traveled, this air I'm breathing here feels like the best air I have ever breathed. It's like more filling my lungs or something. It just feels good, and it smells different. And it's not only the like physical smell or something of the air that many people would say air doesn't smell because they don't know. But it's also that kind of feeling the air carries, the everything that you see carries. All the plants. I hadn't seen like a pine tree or a fir, you call it fir tree? These are pine trees, I think you call them that. I hadn't seen them for the last, like, I don't know, 7-8 years. There are no such trees in Peru. So to see them again, and I was remembering them, missing Lithuanian trees. They carry different energy, different feeling. So to be back here indeed brings me these feelings and these memories and this feeling of home, this feeling of familiarity, and also many memories from my childhood, and even from the very early age, memories like feelings like the way I would feel back then, which I mentally do not understand, but I know that I'm integrating these things in me, and I know that for sure it is a good thing that is happening. I do feel strange. I do feel strange, but I feel good, and it's beautiful. Also to see, Lithuanian people, my home people. I hadn't seen Lithuanians for all these years. You meet people from the States, you meet people from, anywhere but Lithuania. So, to be back here and to feel them again, that energy. Every nation people have a different kind of energy, a different feeling, different energy. So to be back here is kind of really strange. And I felt this already being on the plane from Spain, from Madrid, flying to Lithuania. There were, Lithuanians obviously on the plane, and I would hear people speaking in Lithuanian. And when I heard them speaking in Lithuanian, I hadn't heard my language for years. I almost didn't speak, just a few times, on Skype, maybe 3 times, 4 or 5 times I spoke with my parents on Skype during the 9 years. That's nothing, man. So I wasn't hearing my own language, and being there on the plane, hearing people speak, I felt like crying. I don't know, but just tears started, coming to my eyes. None of them appeared on my face, but, I became emotional. It just brought me these feelings and these things, and which was nice. But at the same time, I understood how different I became than, people here, and I understood that I feel a bit like almost, I don't know if to say uncomfortable, but different